What should you know about drug testing? Hi, my name is Ryan Canoni. I'm an attorney with Worth Law here in Tahlequah. And one question I get asked sometimes in our either deprived cases or family law or even criminal cases, kind of goes across the entire spectrum, is about drug tests and what type of drug tests are being offered, what do they mean, the results, that different type of stuff. So there are three real types of drug tests that you're going to come into contact with in the court system: urine analysis, UA test, hair follicle, and nail bed. So the UA is the one that has the cup that you urinate into. It can either be a 5-panel or a 10-panel. There were some 8 panels at one point, but most places either just use 5 or 10. The panels means what type of substances they're looking for. So a 5-panel test for 5 different types of substances and their metabolites, meaning that it's not just looking for cocaine, it's looking for cocaine and metabolites, like components of that cocaine. If it were maybe not pure cocaine use, but something that involved a product of cocaine as well. And then there's the 10 panel, which has vastly more like benzos and some things like that. Urine analysis doesn't have a long detection window. Some of the substances are really only up to 3 days, somewhere in there. Others up to 25 days up to a month, depending on what substance you're talking about. So they're good for like a quick test, because a lot of times if you do a urine analysis and substance was used within the previous day or so, it's going to catch it. Most of the time it's going to catch it very quickly. A hair follicle test, on the other hand, is where they pluck some hair out of your head, and if you're going to have to do one of these, it doesn't do any good to shave your entire head, because they'll find hair somewhere on your body, unless you are completely bald, as you're going to have hair somewhere that they're going to pluck out and use. The hair analysis goes between like 3 to 6 months back, so it's a longer time frame, but it doesn't always pick up on immediate drug use. So if you've used within the past few days, it doesn't always show that as accurate. So whichever side of the testing you're on, if you want someone to be tested or if you're getting tested, it's important to know that some of these detection windows are a little bit different depending on what the test is and what the test is for. A hair follicle is going to look for those same kind of panel drug tests, like they can look at different types of substances and their metabolites and look back, like I said, about 3, sometimes 6 months. Really the 3 months is the more accurate of the versions. Then you get into your nail bed test. And there's actually 2 types. There's fingernails and toenails. And while you think, well, they're basically the same, they actually have a very different type of testing. And by that I mean that the fingernail test will go back about 6 months. The toenail test can actually go back about a year. And now they're not going to tell when in that time period you used, just sometime in the past 6 months or a year, that you use whatever substance it tests positive for. These are all different types of tests you may be familiar with. There's issues with all of them. If you've had the testing done and it comes up positive and you say, whoa, I never used that substance, sometimes medication can impact it. Sometimes a bad sample can impact it. I once had a client who had a nail issue, and so they were like, well, we're not even going to test, because if we do, it would throw off the results. So it really depends on a lot of other factors when these tests come back, if they're positive or negative. If you have questions about any type of testing, I mean substance abuse testing, if you have a case where it looks like you might have to start testing, or it's been proposed and you have questions, you want to talk to an attorney about it before you agree, then please give us a call. Go to tahlequahattorney.com, shoot us a web form, let us know. We can help. Thank you.